Well, yes, the Lakers are 11-7 currently and sitting in the 5 spot out west, which actually is looking great for LA, as it would be the first time since when they won that sham exhibition tournament disguised as an NBA championship on the Disney campus that the Lakers didn't either miss the playoffs altogether or have to play their way in via the play-in tournament. LeBron and JJ could hold a confab in Jeannie's private office and slather honey all over each other in a little self-adulation session to celebrate not having to participate in that play-in. Hell, maybe they can even spray champagne all over each other. But not so fast, Lakerland, because as the countless horde of uneducated LeBron jock sniffers will fail to point out, LA has themselves a massive LeBron James problem. And oh sure, the numbers as always are looking pretty good even as he nears his 40th birthday. LeBron is currently sitting at 23rd in scoring, 24th in rebounds, and 3rd in assists league-wide. He is also sitting currently at 26th in player efficiency rating, 16th in value over replacement, and 21st in box plus minus. Again, all in all, a pretty incredible rate for a 40-year-old, but certainly a far cry from one of the best players in the NBA of today's day and age. But while the raw box score and certain advanced metrics may point to the fact LeBron is still around a top 20 overall player, there is one metric where he isn't exactly excelling in this season, and it is perhaps the most important number of all, the most vital metric in determining overall value added to a team: his on-off numbers. And for those of you who do not know, on-off measures a team's performance per 100 possessions with a certain player on and off the court. The single greatest on-off season this century, that is post 1999 to this current 2025 season, was Kobe Bryant in 2005-2006. In that season, Kobe registered a plus 19.2 points per 100 possessions, meaning the Lakers scored 19 points per 100 less when Kobe wasn't on the floor. Their net offensive rating that season was the best in the league with Kobe on the court, and the Lakers' net O rating was worst league-wide that year with him off of it. And to put that 19.2 number in context, LeBron's best season of his entire career was plus 15 in 2009-2010 when he did in fact win league MVP. Meanwhile, speaking of MVPs, the only ever unanimous one in NBA history, Steph Curry, during the Golden State Warriors' 73-9 run was plus 14 during his 100 possessions per game. And the current golden standard for on-off dominance, Nikola Jokic, just last season in his 3rd league MVP campaign added 18.9 points per 100 possessions, a number that substantially led all of the other top 10 MVP finishers, while this season, at nearly the quarter point now, Nikola Jokic is currently sitting at an absolutely mind-blowing plus 35.5, a number which would obviously shatter Kobe's plus 19.2 record mark from this century. But there is an equally unbelievable number being dropped by the alleged GOAT LeBron James this season out in Tinseltown. A guy who has mass media morons drooling all over him, pitiful teenagers on social media pontificating on his behalf, is actually producing an absolutely jaw-dropping number of his own, but not in a way those who worship at the altar of the fraud king would have you think. James is currently sitting at a minus 15.9 on-off, meaning the Lakers are losing nearly 16 points per every 100 possessions King LeBron is on the court. And I know this is shocking. It will be hard for many to believe that a stat-padding scrub who loafs his ass off all game on defense while chucking up bricks at a prolific rate outside of 5 feet from the basket, all to store up enough energy to puff up that meaningless box score, is actually hurting his team. Shocking, right? And I mean like hurting them a lot. To put his absolutely appalling minus 16 in perspective, we don't even have to look at Nikola Jokic's his otherworldly plus 36. We don't even have to look at the exceptional plus 15.2 that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is adding, nor even the plus 2.1 that Anthony Davis is adding, which you know is hard damn work for him since he's on the court for many of his minutes alongside LeBron. I mean, don't look to those players. After all, they are in their primes and are the top of the top in terms of MVP candidacy this season, and well, we all know very well LeBron ain't that anymore. Nope, instead, look to Kobe Bryant during his final NBA season in 2015-2016. A totally broken down and washed Kobe, physically depreciated from a career spent actually playing hard on both sides of the floor for the entirety of it, while playing through a myriad of injuries season after season. Yes, in that year, Kobe dragged both of his legs around the court while the Lakers lost 0.8 of a point while he was on the floor per 100 possessions. So while many LeBron standboys will be quick to point out LeBron's stats this year versus Kobe's that year, again, they are missing the point. Kobe was just around -1 that year, and it came with a roster whose second leading scorer was Jordan Clarkson at 15 points per game, while LeBron is losing 16 points per 100 possessions with a team that has Anthony Davis averaging 30 and 12 currently. Now, what is at issue with the Lakers, and in particular LeBron's wine-sipping podcast co-host head coach JJ Redick, is how can you justify phasing him out? I mean, seriously, how can you if you're Redick, who only has the job because LeBron gave it to you? It is quite the pickle indeed. So no matter how good the Lakers may look for stretches of this regular season and how good those standard box stats might look, make no mistake, people, the Lakers undeniably have a LeBron problem.